Good afternoon, everybody. We are again in sunny England. This almost never happens. It's a beautiful day. There's a cat there, not my cat, which is a bit weird. Yeah, just sitting in my garden because it's a lovely day. I need to go down a bit because the sun's in my head. I want to do basically an FAQ today on Tanner's course, just to give everyone an overview, and there is a reason why, which I'll explain in a second. The first thing I want to talk about though is the feedback that I've had from the video I did on Sunday. It's been wicked, it's been overwhelming. So I can't do one of those every day, unfortunately, because it takes up quite a lot of time, especially editing. However, once a week I'm going to try and do at least one of those that's a little bit more in depth, a little bit more production quality, and of course when I have more time on my hands eventually, then I'm going to do hopefully one of those, I don't know, every day. Who knows? So the reason for today's video is again to do FAQ. Tanner did a live stream a couple of days ago, and he confirmed that in about a week or two he's going to be tripling the price and updating the course completely. So redoing the course, adding in loads more content, which will be really exciting, and anyone that's in the course now or up until that point will get it for the same price. Is there another cat just down there? Hello? Not sure. They'll get all of that updated stuff for the same price. And I think he's going to add a huge amount of content, so it's important that you understand what's in it. The other thing that is really important is that you can pay over 2 months. Not a lot of people know this, but you can pay over 2 payments. It's a little bit more, like $50 more, but if you pay half now and half next month, you'll still get the cheaper price, and Tanner did confirm that you'll still get the cheaper price. So you can get in now if you don't quite have enough money, but you can still benefit from getting the course cheaper and getting all the updated information when he does release it in a couple of weeks' time. So if you've got any questions about that, just reach out to me. There is a international code, so if you're not in the US, then you don't need to pay US sales tax, which is added on to all sales. In the UK, then it's just part of the sale. It's a bit weird if you are from somewhere that doesn't do that, and I'm not sure. I think Europe is the same. So just reach out to me and I'll put the code in your inbox so you can see it. Okay, let's crack on to some FAQ. So I've got my laptop here. I'm going to go over pretty much the general FAQ, but then also into the UK specific FAQ, and this is what really I've been helping a lot of people out with that have bought through my link, is probably the more UK specific stuff, and there's a lot of things that hopefully should help you. So the biggest question most people ask is, how much money do I need to start? I started thinking that I would spend about £1,500 including the course, so about 500 on the course and a few other bits and pieces, and then £1,000 on stock, so about 750 on stock, and again any extra need, customs tax and all that sort of stuff. I ended up spending a little bit more, so I bought the course. I'm a member of the Mastermind group, and I spent $2,000 on stock, and a few other bits and pieces like product photos and stuff like that. So I've seen people do it for less. I've seen people spend $1,000 and still get it. I've also seen people spend more money. So it really depends on the product you go for, the price point. You can get a cheap product and lots of units at a fairly low price point and still do pretty well. However, if you spend more, then you have the potential to make more, because the percentage would be higher in value. How much time will it take? That was one of probably the biggest concerns that I had starting out on my entrepreneur or online business journey. And to put this in perspective, if you see my earlier videos you'll know, but I probably spend about 60 hours a week at work, and that's with commuting and all that sort of stuff, at least 60 hours. So I've managed to set this up, and my products came in 2 days ago, and that was all in weekends and after work. You know, an hour in the evening doing product research, in the morning replying to some suppliers because of the time difference. So it can be done around a job that is very time consuming. Oh, someone's at the door. Give me 1 sec. Someone's at the door. Okay, let's go with back to the position. Shut up in there. Cool. Hang on a minute. How much money can I make? It's crazy. If you've seen James Bowen, he did turnover of about 50 grand in just as many days. Probably about half of that was profit, which is mad. It's absolutely crazy. There's other guys doing 15k in a month. A lot of people doing quite well between the kind of 1 to 3 grand mark. But yeah, there's definitely money to be made. It just depends on the product you find. Probably a bit of luck as well, because sometimes you don't know the PPC bid of the other sellers. So there's a little bit of luck, but also it's all about your product research, getting a good price for your product, creating a good listing, having good photos, and just doing due diligence to make sure it works. So loads of people having tremendous success. How quickly can you find your product? I found mine in 2 weeks. I found a few in the first day, but they weren't as good as the one I found at the 2-week mark. Some people are finding them in minutes, hours. Some people take a little bit longer. It really depends on how much time you take. Again, I did an hour or so most evenings, and then maybe the first 2 days was kind of solid. For the first 2 days, it took like the whole time. So it can be as soon as the same day, or it could be a little bit longer. Depends. Can you hear that cat? Did you use JungleScout to find your product? Yes, I did. However, there are some other methods that you can use. How did you negotiate with suppliers? You just have to reach out to lots of suppliers, and through doing that, you'll understand what works, what doesn't work, the price point, where there's negotiation, where there's not, where you can get extras, where you can't, where you can save money on shipping, all that sort of stuff. So you can only really do that through doing it, and just learning about how your supplier works. How did you get your items shipped? I did some by air and some by sea. The sea shipping was a little bit more troublesome than the air shipping. Air shipping, nice and easy, door to door. Sea shipping was a little bit more confusing. But again, I can go into that. If you need help with sea shipping, just let me know and I can give you my support. How do I get professional photos? So for mine, I just reached out to a guy. I looked for a professional product photographer in the local area. Just went on Google. I found a guy called Lawrence. I reached out to him and said, how much it costs. 10 photos, £80. I dropped the product off to him yesterday with some explanation of what I wanted, and he's completed them. No, that was today. That was 2 o'clock today. I had someone else drop it off. Yeah, so they were dropped off to him today, and he did the photos. Took 10 photos. We actually took loads more photos, but I paid for 10 photos, and he said if I want more, they're £5 a pop. So I might buy some more, I might not, if they're really good. But he normally does jewelry photography, and it looks sick, so I thought I'd use that. So UK specific. These are really important, and one of the reasons why I wanted to start my channel is to help out people in the UK. So firstly, do you need to adjust your sales or reviews for the UK in terms of product research? The answer is yes and no. The UK market is 1/10 the size of the US market, which means you would expect there to be 1/10 the amount of sales, and that's not strictly true. However, you could find a product that sells 200 units and has under 10 reviews, rather than 300 units and under 50. It's a lot less competitive, but again, there's less products, but also less sales. However, on average, the UK spend per customer is higher than the US, so people spend more money per visit or per the lifetime of that customer, which is a very interesting point. A lot of people that I know in the course in the UK that have either bought through my link or not, and I'm helping, or they're helping me, either way, then some of the sales were higher than 300 per month, and the reviews lower than what Tanner says. So that's the ideal place where you want to be. However, you can play around with it and lower them a bit, and it wouldn't really affect too much. How do I work out VAT, tax and customs duty? VAT is 20%. There are a few exceptions to that on certain types of products, and then customs duty is normally up to about 10%. And again, that depends on the product that you are importing into the UK, or into the EU rather. That is all found on the government website. I can help you out with that if you need it. How do I get an EORI number? That is, I can't remember what it stands for, but you need it, or you might need it. when you import goods into the EU, it just states the information for your company and for yourself, and a rough idea about what you're importing or how many units, the price, all that sort of stuff. I applied for it online, 24 hours it came back, it's free. I've put the link in the description on how to do that, or on the website. How do I set up a UK business? Very easily. Government website, costs £12, follow the instructions. The only problem where people get a little bit stuck is deciding the share capital and some of the directorship stuff. Again, very easy. If you just reach out, I can help you with that. Where we are. How do I set up a UK bank account? Again, very easily. Best to do it online with one of the, just go on like Compare the Market website, compare business bank accounts, and just go with one that you like the look of. They're all very similar. They should all be free for the first year or two. I'm with RBS. I know other people with Santander, Halifax. Doesn't really make a massive difference. I used RBS and they're fairly easy to set up with. Customer service is good. They even gave me a £150 refund because they messed something up, so that was cool. When do I need an accountant? Within the first 3 months you have to register for corporation tax if you set up a limited company, so you might want an accountant before then. You don't need to, you can do this by yourself just through HMRC's website, or is it government website? One of the two. I have an accountant, I've had them for quite a few years, so they deal with all that sort of stuff. I just tell them what I want and when I want it, and I send them the books at the end of the year. Nice and easy, but I would say get one within 3 months. You don't necessarily need that, but you will need one before the end of the year if you plan to do your or get your accounts done. They cost anywhere between £400 £600 a year, depending on what you need done, or how much work you do up front. Do I need to register for VAT? No. In the UK, you can turn over up to £82,000 per year without registering for VAT. Oh, a commission from JungleScout just came through. I wonder how much that is. Ooh! £39. $39. Yeah, so once you turn over £82,000, then you have to register for VAT. Don't worry about it. I had some advice when I first started up a company, and pretty much the advice was make £82,000 first and then worry about how you're going to deal with the VAT and how you're going to claim it back and how you're going to charge your customers. Like, it's just not something you need to worry about, because it could be 3 months time, but it could also be a year's time, so I wouldn't worry. So those are the kind of general FAQ, UK specific FAQ. If I've missed something off, please leave a comment below or send me an email or a Facebook or Instagram message, and I will answer you as quick as possible, and be as thorough as I can. Again, I told you my units arrived on Monday. Oh, did I tell you this? Not sure. Yeah, my units arrived on Monday. I got an email this morning from Amazon saying they're being like put somewhere. Had my photos done today, which are going to be sent to me tomorrow. So I should be live. It says within 5 days. It could be longer. Hopefully, I'll do an update when it does. But it's very exciting. The next week is going to be super exciting. I can't wait for it. And all I've done is follow the course, by the way. I've followed the course. I've used the Facebook groups for support. Met up, with people online. Lots of phone calls. Sorry, low power mode. Lots of phone calls. And I think my biggest advice is just use the people around you for support. There's always going to be someone slightly further ahead of you in the journey, and maybe someone slightly further behind you in the journey, and people at the same stage. Leverage those connections and those people, because they'll be so valuable going forward. And something that will take you a week to find out, the person that's done it a week ago can just help you out, and everyone's so supportive. They are more than willing to help. And I think I want to say thank you to everyone that has been bouncing ideas off of me and questions, because I don't think I'd be in the position I am now with YouTube or with Amazon or affiliates if I didn't have the people that were reaching out to me with questions, because it's really helping me drive forward my own development. And Cheese Chaser, my good friend, did a book review the other day, and he said, I don't know exactly what he said, but he said that one of the best ways to learn is by teaching other people, and this is no different. I'm continuously learning, and I have the people, I have you guys to thank for that, and I'm just massively appreciative of it. And please keep reaching out, because it's really lighting a fire underneath me to continue to push forward and achieve. to make myself happy and proud, but also to make everyone else happy and proud too. So here it is. If you would like my personal support, you want to have phone calls, you want to have Skype calls, and reach me pretty much any time of the day, and you're looking to buy the course, please do use the link below. That is my affiliate link. Of course, in return for using the link, I get a little bit of money from Tanner, but also, like I said, it really helps me on my journey to move forward, and hopefully I can help you save time, be there, someone to lean on, and really someone to help you on that journey. If you are in the UK specifically, that's perfect, or the US, or the rest of Europe, hopefully I can help. So yeah, if you would like that help, just let me know, because I'm more than willing to help. Someone's mowing their lawn. Why? It's loud. Oh, why do you have to do that now, dickhead? Cool. So that really rounds up the video. I've got cats all over the place. Look at them, fucking cats and shit. That really rounds up the video. Remember, Tanner is increasing he's tripling the price in a week or 2 weeks. If you want to get in now. Pay over 2 payments if you can't quite afford it yet, because he's going to increase the price. He's going to release loads more content, and I think it's going to be big. Like, I really do think it's going to be big. Also, the other thing is that he's releasing the affiliate course, I think at the end of this month. It's about $750. If you're in one of the courses, then there's a discount of $250, so you get it for about $500, probably $497. So I will be, of course, buying that. Why the hell wouldn't I? So I'm looking forward to sharing that journey as I go through it, as well as sharing this journey and my products coming in and everything fun that will happen with that. Lastly, if you would like a PDF download of the FAQ, I have wrote them out. If you'd like a PDF download, either leave a comment. Actually, no, don't do that, because that'll leave your email address. Send me a private Facebook message or Instagram message or email with your email address, and I will email it over to you same day, as soon as I can. Guys, it's a pleasure as always. If you've liked the video, if you found it useful at all, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you do. And if you are subscribed and you've already liked the video, thank you so much. I look forward to sharing the rest of my journey with you this week. Hopefully it's going to be absolutely fucking mental, and it's going to hopefully be complete carnage. So yeah, have a fantastic evening, guys, and if you're in the US or any other time zone, have a fantastic day. I look forward to speaking to you soon. See you soon. Bye bye.